New GR Yaris. Actually, a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. 6'2". I was in before, I fit in it quite nicely. It's definitely not just like a 3-door Yaris. It is a good size. Apparently it's a little bit longer than the 4-door, but it's a pretty good looking car if you're used to Rexes and Evos. And again, everyone's talking about these brakes, and they are massive 2-piece rotors, just huge, bigger than Supra brakes. Love it. Very bulldog looking. I like that. Reminds me of a lot of my Tommy Mäkinen with the just purposeful front bumper, working scoops. Very nice. Okay, first drive in the GR Yaris. This thing has got some noise to it. It sounds like, and the only other thing I've even like this is the RS3, but RS3 isn't a manual, and definitely not a manual like this. Because of that. And it pulls, and it just keeps pulling. This thing just wants to rev out and go fast. We just took a really, really nice twisty road to the mountains. It's an 80k zone where most of the corners you can take at 20, and it just felt so planted. And this isn't even the performance one, pack one with the limited slip diffs and the stickier tires. This is just the, still performance tires. They're pretty econo. Rev flip, I didn't find it intrusive at all. If you want to run with that, and the gear shift is just fantastic. Like old BMW or MX-5 smooth, but placement perfect just to drop down. Steering weighting, I thought, I hate electric steering. It feels horrible. The S3 felt crap in every mode, especially when it was in the heaviest mode. This thing doesn't feel like it at all. This feels like my Tommy Mäkinen steering did, just very direct. And that car had a shorter ratio steering rack than a regular Evo 6 even, so it just wants to move, and it just beeps when you cross the line. So I can't recommend this car enough. I don't know what to say. It's just I think I got to get one, and I think a lot of people got to get one. And anyone who's into performance cars, man, this thing is just an absolute little weapon. It's like a bulldog, just ready to go. Even though these bulldogs are kind of sleepy and drool a lot, but it's going to be fun. And we got to get enough of these guys together to get a full category when we do our track days, because there's going to be tons of these around. They're just brilliant. Well, that was a fun drive, and this car really impressed me. I just couldn't believe the amount of in-gear torque it had. I thought the 3-cylinder would be wispy. I thought it would almost be like an RX-8 where you got to rev the nuts off it to get anything, but no, right off the get-go, it pulls, and it's got noise, and it's got that bit of burble in just the handling of it. I don't really need to convince myself much more on this, I think. And this car is 45 grand Australian. That's so cheap. Drive away, brand new, with taxes in, 45 grand. They got the limited slip diff one with the coming a bit later, and that's about to be about 53 or something. I don't think I need it. Semi-slicks on this. See what Whiteline's gonna do with the sway bars. Lower it a little bit, get some good coilovers in it. Guaranteed they'll have some, every manufacturer will have some good coilovers for this. So we'll wait to see what MCA or local Australian manufacturers got, or DMS. Yeah, now, what color? I'll put it to YouTube to see what color people think. You got the black, you got the white that I'll put up here. You got the black, you got the white, and you got a red. And if it was red like the Tommy Mäkinen or Porsche Guards red, be no question. But it's not. I'll show you the red in a sec. Interior, that steering wheel, great weighting, not huge diameter, which is good because I don't like the big two chunky steering wheels like in the M cars. Gear shift seats, factory seats. They got the adjustable headrest. It looks like it's a harness seat, but it's not. But this can come off like the 86s. and of course flip it around and put it in, and it clips back in, and then now you've got clearance for your helmet. How good is that? Other thing, clearance. Okay, I'm 6'2", and the roof has got big recessed panels up there. Good. Clear the helmet. Back seat, yeah, there is one. 2 seats, little. Kids will fit if they need to. See how much that weighs, and probably rip that out when we get it and see what the weight is. Probably, you know, this is 1,200 kilos. We'll definitely be able to get a bit more weight out by changing over the seat and removing the back seats, let alone other things. You know, it's got a JBL stereo, so it's got an awesome sound system. Even has a heated steering wheel. Handy for winter. We do a lot of winter track days. You know, pedal placement you see there, really nice. So it's just the throttle's just a little bit lower than the brake, but real easy to just get the toe on it and catch into heel toe. Oh, it's just fantastic. Oh yeah, you can really see the metallic in this black. So it doesn't show off the carbon fiber roof as much, but I kind of like it. I haven't had a black car for a while, since my WRX, and it's a nightmare to keep clean. Everyone knows that, but this isn't a daily. It really looks aggressive, very Darth Vader-y. I'm gonna have to get some paint protection film for the back fenders there, because they stick out. We do a gravel day, it'll get a few stone chips on there, so paint protection film this whole thing probably. Now they've already got some aftermarket stuff from GR Racing, Toyota based stuff anyway. They got a four tip exhaust and a new diffuser, and they got a side lip kit and a Tommy Mäkinen-esque kind of stripe, a red white stripe down the side, and a front lip kit. So maybe we'll have a look at some of that stuff, but man, it doesn't need it out of the box. This thing's a blast, and only gonna get better. Wait till the tuners get a handle on this. New GR Yaris. Actually, a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. 6'2". I was in before, I fit in it quite nicely. It's definitely not just like a 3-door Yaris. It is a good size. Apparently it's a little bit longer than the 4-door, but it's a pretty good looking car if you're used to Rexes and Evos. And again, everyone's talking about these brakes, and they are massive 2-piece rotors, just huge, bigger than Super brakes. Love it. Very bulldog looking. I like that. Reminds me of a lot of my Tommy Mäkinen with the just purposeful front bumper, working scoops. Very nice. Well, a big thank you to the guys at Hinterland Toyota in Robina for letting us test drive that car. I was ready to order one to find out in a day or so what the specs are of the new Toyota Subaru BRZ Toyota 86. So I was holding off my order, and then I just got a message a minute ago from the guys at Toyota saying, thank you for your interest, but the first run of the GR Yaris has sold out. So they're not even taking orders. So I was like, ah, damn. So they are releasing the Rally, which is the one with the limited slip diffs, front and rear, and sway bars, coming up in a few days. So I said, look, just put my name down on one of those. I'll give you a deposit and we'll get that happening, because I don't want to miss that. There's super low number of those coming, and I don't want to miss out on this car. But yeah, you heard it here. The GR Yaris looks like the first run there, and probably the full run for Australia, is sold out.